Good evening. Tonight we're going to meet some fascinating characters, but first we need some help from you. Welcome to the Reno Improv Show. We're going to get the name of a small town to get started. So I just want that right off the bat before I say anything else. If you could please put some ideas for a name of a charming little small town in the chat, that would be great right now. Well, welcome to Reno Improv Saturday Night Show. While you're generating those names, first of all, let me thank you for supporting us financially, as well as for showing up every Saturday night and giving us your audience support. We really appreciate it. We are getting a lot of questions lately about reopening the theater. So I wanted to let you know that we're busy brainstorming how we could safely do that. We're just as eager as you to get together in person, and we'll keep you posted on any developments in that direction. We do have an online class starting on Tuesday, so check our website for details about that, as well as a link to donate to the theater to keep us going while we're here online. It's been a year now that we've been online, and we really appreciate your support, which has kept our theater still in existence until we can get together in person again. Tonight's show is going to be really fun. Let's talk about this town full of interesting characters. In fact, let's meet them right now. Let's see. We've got Megan and Aurora and Jake and Logan and Heather. There they are. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
They're going to tell you all about themselves just as soon as we give them a little more information. So the first thing that I need is, or the second thing I need also, is a bunch of occupations. We're going to need a lot of these. Now, what I mean by an occupation is, what is their societal role? What is their role in their little small town? So not just jobs, but like, besides being an owner of a bookstore or the prize daisy gardener in town, how about a prankster tween, or any other kind of, what about that feral kid who lives in the woods that only comes into town and steals stuff? Whatever. Pick some characters for us. We need some occupations. So just flood the chat with occupations that these people could be, and we'll get them all figured out in the next few minutes. So while we're waiting for that, let me tell you what you're going to get tonight if you donate $10 or more to Reno Improv. This is our special sticker for tonight, and we want to mail it to you. So if you make a donation tonight, this is the one we're going to mail to you. So don't forget to include your address in your PayPal request to donate. All right, so that's the special sticker for tonight. You want the whole set, so don't forget. They look great on water bottles, laptops, and foreheads. So you might want to order more than one. You'll have to come back another time to get a second one, though. Okay, so anyway, let's see what's going on here let's see if we're getting some ideas. It looks like, we've got some cute town names. Let's see. I think, oh yeah, these are awesome. You guys are so helpful. Look at all this awesome stuff. Okay, let's do this. So many great suggestions. I'm thinking that we are going to be, I saw names of towns and I just lost them. I'm looking for them. Oh, I like this one. How about Little Smoky Bend? I think that's a sweet little town name. I think we're going to be Little Smoky Bend tonight. That's our town. All right. And yeah, I'm going to put that away so I can see your names. Oh, look, the characters are arriving. They're all going to be here in a moment. All right. We could have retired dog catchers, rascally kids. We could have all kinds of things, right? Let's see what's going on. Yeah. So Reno Improv is busy. We're doing shows every Saturday night, and we've got a few classes queued up to deliver online. So the next one is going to be a class about how to do rom-com style improv. And that starts Tuesday night, and Tim's the teacher for that one. So it'll be a lot of fun. And there's more details And there they are. Look at that. There's details right there. So get in contact. If you have questions, contact Reno Improv directly. Otherwise, feel free to just sign up for that class after you read about it online. And we have another one coming after that. So we've got lots of stuff happening. Look at all these characters. This is awesome. In just a minute, the show will start by the characters introducing themselves. And that is part of the show. After they tell you who they are, then the small town story can begin. So now grab your popcorn, curl up by the fire, and let's hear the story of Smoky Little Bend. All right, take it away.
Hi there. I'm Kendra, the Kingpin Grocer. So I've been in town for about 5 years now, and I showed up and I started just removing all the mom and pop grocers in town. They're not necessary, they're not needed, and their produce is subpar. So basically I came in and my plan was to just eliminate all the competition. So I've been working my way down. There's one mom and pop grocers in town left, but I'm gonna get them. By end of year, I'm going to get mom and pop. So I don't have a lot of friends in town, not very popular, but you know what? They come to me for the produce. I'm the only one who has it now, except for mom and pop.
Oh my God, Kendra, I've seen you in the street. Thank you. I'm Jerry. I'm a yoga instructor. I moved here oh my gosh, I think it's been 11 months now. My job went remote and it was really expensive where I lived. So I moved to Little Smoky Bend. I actually hadn't actually visited, but I saw a Craigslist ad that there was this, 1-bedroom house available and it was way cheaper. And anyway, so I just do yoga online and I'm trying to be an influencer. Those are my aspirations. And for now, I'm just trying to meet people, but be safe and keep social distance. But people in this town don't distance. It's really weird. So I'm just I'm gonna be a local soon.
Thanks, Jerry. You're coming in for a big hug here without a mask on, as we do in this town, as is canon. I'm Jerry, also no relation. I'm a horseshoe recycler. I was actually born and raised in this town. My father was a wild mountain man, and my mother was an LA Valley girl. And love bloomed, and so did I. I showed up here, and I can make anything with horseshoes. I mean, look at this grill. Yeah. Yeah. I did this when I was 5 years old. Melted down the old horseshoes, put them in my mouth. Oh, man. It just started an intense hobby that I can make anything out of horseshoes. This town needs me. So please hug me more.
Hi, guys. I'm Lilith. I try really hard. I am the sole local reporter for the Little Smoky Bend Review. Sometimes I get it wrong. Last week, I mixed up Jerry and Jerry. They were very upset. But I try hard, and I am committed to the free press. Very, very committed. I struggle with, some of the basics of journalism, grammar, spelling, accuracy. But I want everybody in town to know that I am trying. I'm trying, guys. That's it for me right now.
Well, hello to everyone. I'm Warren, the rough and tough mountain man worm mucker. I used to live up in the Misty Mountains, but I mucked every darn worm that existed up there, and I had to come to a new town where I could keep mucking worms, you see. It's an important job. Fishermen need worms. Birds need worms. I'm the man for the job.
So, in my attempt to have total conquest over this town, Lilith, the late town reporter, has been kind of on my case a little bit. And, you know, I advertise in the newspaper quite a lot. I spend a lot of money advertising my high quality produce in the local mailer. And she's always trying to talk about how I'm eliminating good paying jobs in this town and options. And I won't stand for it.
I go shopping at the Kingpin grocery store. Sometimes I like to eat like Whole Foods and stuff. I really, you know, Kendra and I, we've like made some small talk, but she gives me like cold pricklies, and I'm like kind of more about warm fuzzies. So that's cool. You know, at the end of the day, I just need to like focus on what, you know, the principles of yoga to bring the best to my audience. And, you know, I did meet Jerry the other day, Jerry. He's got like a really interesting story. Oh my gosh. Like, first of all, we have the same name. And he lost one of his teeth in a fight when he was little, and I did too, except I replaced mine with like a tooth that looks like a tooth, and his looks like a horseshoe. But I think that makes like a really cool story. So anyway, I'm getting distracted, but anyway, someday I'll be a local and you'll see.
Great. So yeah, just a little bit more about me and my doings. Kendra's my main person in this town. She's where I get all my money. You know, I make shopping carts out of old horseshoes. I make bagels out of horseshoes, not you know the metal ones, but actual horseshoe, like the horse hooves. You know, they're really good. Don't knock them till you've tried them. They're excellent. But Lilith, I got to tell you, she's kind of getting on my case too. I think she's getting wise to the cuticle content of the bagels. So I got to keep my eye out for her.
There's a lot of pressure being the sole reporter in a town this size. There's a lot of pressure. Everybody is coming to me with story ideas. And you know, I've got to put up a front that there's some reason other than my incompetence as a reason for not getting the stories down. But the truth is that the pressure is just unbelievable. It makes me nervous. Sometimes I sit at my computer and I just sit there. The pressure. I just wish that my friends here in town would recognize the responsibility that I carry with me admittedly poorly, but I'm trying. You know, Kendra is really breathing down my neck, and I've got to maintain some kind of a relationship with her, because if that advertising goes, I am screwed, totally screwed without her advertising. But she just really gets under my skin. It's like she can see my insecurities, like they are written all over my face, and I'm embarrassed by that. I hope you'll buy the issue tomorrow.
Well, I would say that Kendra, the Kingpin Grocer, is my number one customer for my worms. She stocks them in her store, sells them to fishermen and the like. But, you know, she's really she's really picky about the worms. A single blemish and she rejects them. You know, all good worm muckers know that sometimes the worms get cut in half when you're mucking them, and that's okay. The fish don't mind. They eat them up just the same. They're still alive, you know. And Jerry, the horseshoe recycler, he's a boon for me. Every time I see a horseshoe footprint in the mud, I know that Jerry's been there, and I know that there will be worms following. I know that every time the horseshoe makes a implant in the ground, the worms love it. They like to gather there. And, you know, being from the mountains, I've done a lot of yoga and meditation up there in the mountains. And Jerry, the yoga instructor, I think she might be able to help me too. I try and summon the worms with my spirit and my presence and make them rise to the ground with my energies. And she's here to help me for that.
So Warren, I'd be happy to write a story, and I think that there's space in an issue maybe about 5 weeks from now. I think I've got a couple inches.
Now, I really appreciate that, Lilith. I got to be honest though, the worm business is fast moving, and you can't be behind at all.
I know that you think that the worm mucking is the premier business in town, Warren, but we have a lot of business owners in town, and I hate to do this to you, man, but you're going to have to get in line.
Well, I mean, I don't think I have to get in line. I can just post all my updates on my Instagram account at Worm Mucker Warren.
Hey, are you trying to threaten me there? Because
Not at all.
Well, it sounded like a threat, Warren, and I just want to let's be friends from the very beginning. If we let social media really take over this town, all hell is gonna break loose.
Warren, I heard about your technique using the grounding cord and your root chakra to call in the worms.
That's right.
I think that's amazing. And I would love to feature you on my next online yoga class to teach that technique to my audience of 3 people.
Now, I'm not going to be going away giving away any of my secrets on how to muck worms. I'd be willing to partner with you in a way, but I'm not going to teach my secret worm mucking yoga routine to the general public, of course.
Well, I understand that at Worm Mucker Warren, but I know you only have 1 follower, and you need to expand your audience. So there might need to be a little tit for tat, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I see what you're saying, indeed. I don't have a solution right now for you.
So I have a solution for you. I happen to be a millennial that knows her way around the internet, and I also happen to know that the print advertising in this town is completely saturated. So clearly you only have 1 option, and that is to work with me.
Interesting.
Horseshoe, Jerry. These cuticle bagels are disgusting.
What? No way.
The quality has gone down over the last year, man. You can't do this to me. People are talking.
Yeah.
I can't have another scandal.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. See, those ones came from the horses that I was chasing around for play. And needless to say,
The workhorse bagels are far better. No play horse bagels.
Yeah, the workhorses they're just getting so expensive these days. You know, I can't keep up with the stock.
Well, if you don't keep up, then you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble. You're going to find yourself stuffed full of these at the bottom of Lake Smoky.
Oh my God. All right, Kendra, please just take it easy. I know you're the big boss around here. I know you can do things, but look, that horseshoe mustache I made for you, that's working out, obviously, right? It looks great.
I have been able to...
Kendra, I I think that we're onto something here, and I would really like, this is my big opportunity to do some investigative reporting. I need some help from you on some of the facts.
Okay, I think that we both know facts are fluid. Facts can be tweaked and massaged, and they can tell any story we want to tell. I have the best lemons in town. I think we should focus on that.
Kendra, I was thinking that we were talking about the bagels. It was the bagels that I wanted to do some investigative reporting on. You know, it's breaking news. I've got nothing in tomorrow's edition. I'd like to get some of the facts down. I know that Jerry has been very defensive. You seem to really be in control of the situation, Kendra, and I admire that about you.
Lilith, I would really like for you to focus on the lemons. The lemons is where I really want your attention being spent. You know, I wouldn't want to have to pull my advertising.
Well, no.
Kendra.
Great publication.
Kendra. Look, Kendra, I was over in the back alleyway behind your... Yes. That's what I'm here about in a way. I was in your back alley mucking worms in your dumpster last night, and I couldn't help but notice that some of my worms, unsold worms, were in that dumpster.
They were bifurcated worms, and you know it.
Now,
I can't accept bifurcated worms.
Now, I respect that you want your grocery store to be the classiest in town, but I think maybe my worms might sell better in your store if maybe they were on the end cap or maybe right before the register next to the chocolate and the gum.
You provide me full whole worms and I will put you on an end cap. But until you stop selling me these paltry bifurcated worms.
Well, you're buying them.
Warren. Hey,
Jerry.
man. Look, man, I know we don't usually get along. We've had several violent conflicts, but I need you. I need you now.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you now, Jerry. All is forgiven. I forgive everything.
I know you're
Genuine
great.
apology.
You're Christian like that, and I appreciate that, Warren. You're a great guy. Now
there's no Christianity up in the mountains, I warn you.
Oh, no?
No, I come from the mountains.
Like my daddy. Did you know Larry?
Oh, of course. Of course I knew Larry.
Oh, Warren, I think we're going to get along better than we previously had.
I think so, too.
Look, now, Kendra, we have a similar problem. Now, the quality I know of our ingredients for Kendra haven't been that great. But I'll tell you, man, I've been working on some hybrid horseshoe worms that are coming along pretty strong. You know.
Now, is that a worm in the shape of a horseshoe or a horseshoe in the shape of a worm? I'm not getting what you're saying.
Yeah, no, well, yes. So we start with the horseshoe, right? Then we plant it in the ground and we water it, and it eventually gets very stringy and worm-like. And now that's as far as I've gotten in the process. Warren, basically, you've got those strong horses, and I need some of them. I'll do anything.
You think Kendra would go for such a thing? What's our audience for this? I'm thinking about the marketing here.
Warren, have you heard that worms are the next superfood?
Now, I haven't yet, but I think I'm about to. 2 days from now, when Lilith puts out the next issue of her magazine.
Now that's interesting. Pause right there. There is a huge market for these superfood worms, but I don't think print media is the way to go.
Tell me more.
I think we need to go on the internet.
I'm with you there. I think I'm with you, but I'm gonna have Lilith breathing down my neck about it, you know?
It might.
Horseshoe Jerry. Jerry, this story's just not adding up. The neighbors saw that dead horse in the back of your barn.
Okay. So,
We all know that horse had been there all winter long decomposing.
mhm,
We could smell it from across town, Jerry.
mhm.
Jerry, do you think I'm just going to turn a blind eye to that? Do you think I'm not going to write this up?
I think that you're going to try to write it up, but like everything else that you do, it will turn to poo.
Jerry, that's embarrassing. That's humiliating. You know, last night when you bought me that beer in the bar, I certainly didn't think you were going to be insulting me today. You're just trying to get me off the scent here. Jerry, we know those bagels were from that dead rotting horse.
Prove that. What, like, did you see the big sign that says making bagels, like right next to the dead? Oh, shoot.
Lilith.
Hey, Kendra.
Well, I noticed that you waffle back and forth between using an Oxford comma and not.
You're showing off your college education there, Kendra.
What's that?
You're showing off your college education there, Kendra.
Well, I just noticed that your writing is, could use some work. Could use maybe one of those proofreading software packages that are available.
Hey, Kendra, I'm going to use the Harvard comma in my next edition, and I hope that you can find it.
There's no such thing as a Harvard comma.
Kendra, you just don't know about the Harvard comma.
Kendra, I think I've got the product you want here. I've partnered with Horseshoe Jerry, and we've come up with these ginormous metallic live horseshoe-sized worms, and they're very juicy, not a blemish in sight. They're very sturdy because they're blended with horseshoe metal, but they're live worms. What do you think?
Okay.
End cap material?
Okay, Warren. I'll give you a chance on the end cap. But you let me down, and you're both gonna be at the bottom of Lake Smoky.
I won't let you down, but there is one thing you should know that we'll put on the packaging for these worms, and that's that I don't know how it happened, but they're starting to grow fangs, and it's kind of dangerous. So there's a warning on the label.
Kendra, I'm here. I'm going to do a review of these horseshoe worms that you have on your end cap on my channel. Okay, so just let me do a live review. This is just totally honest and everything.
Okay.
I'm ready. So, hi, channel. I'm here with the new horseshoe worms and Kendra.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, say hi. That's right. Thank you.
Hi.
You're a natural, honey. Just be yourself.
I feel very relaxed right now.
I can tell you're doing great. So, people normally use these worms for fishing, but these are the next undiscovered superfood. And we're going to put Little Smoky on the map with this superfood and be putting them in our smoothies in the morning. So, Kendra, I just need to ask you, have you tried, how have they been working so far? You look like you're glowing. Yeah. Yeah. So, Yoga, Jerry, and your followers, I just want to say I wouldn't waste my time and yours. I wouldn't put this product on the end cap if it weren't something that I would eat every day and feed to my welcome and honored guests. It's this is the food of the future, hands down. No scandals, no nothing. You will be very pleased if you come and partake. There you have it. Fluid Facts testimonial from Kendra the Kingpin.
Kendra, Jerry is killing me. She's absolutely killing me. She's just faster. She's faster. She's smarter. Shit, she probably even knows what an Oxford comma is. I'm going to tell you the truth. I made up the thing about the Harvard comma. I don't know if you knew that or not. She's killing me. And, you know, as the oldest women in town, Kendra, I think that you and I need to join forces. If I'm willing to go whole hog on going for Jerry the horseshoe guy, if he's bringing you bad bagels, but if you need those bagels to sell, you know, let's just advertise the hell out of them. I'll give you a cut.
Lilith, I'm sorry, I'm going a different direction. It's a new digital age, and I'm a very natural influencer. I'm very natural on camera, so I'm going a different direction with social media these days. I'm sorry, Lilith.
Kendra, come on. Let's pull it back a little bit here. Let's pull it back and let's regroup and think about this. Jerry is not going to be your friend. I know she's trying to suck you in.
Hey, I mean, it speaks for, you know, the advertising speaks for itself. She's, you know, she went away and she didn't even ask for money. She just asked to grab a few things off the shelves on her way out the door. And so, I mean, I can't compare. You didn't even want to write about the lemons. You didn't even touch that.
Warren, I think us selling part of our souls to that witch to make those worms live might have some dire repercussions.
I agree. I mean, it's going well so far, but I'm afraid that those worms' fangs are going to cause trouble for some of these townsfolk. And let me tell you, I can't let that happen. I can't go back to the mountains, Jerry.
Oh, me either, Warren. Last night, that horse that's been rotting out in my yard for a year.
Yeah.
It was alive. And it had fangs.
Oh my goodness. Look, I need to make this right. I can't be kicked out of this town. Your father, Larry, up in the mountains. I told you I liked him earlier, but he's insufferable, Jerry.
Oh, he's terrible. I hate him too.
I can't go back there. We gotta. And the bigger the worms get, the more poisonous their fangs become.
That's what the horse told me. The prophecy's coming true.
Jerry, the horseshoe, Jerry. Okay, Jerry, I know about the horse in your backyard.
Oh, God. All right.
And you know what? You know Jerry's going to get the scoop on me for that. So I'm willing to cut a deal on the investigative journalism about the bagel.
Okay.
Those were nasty. But we need to work together here, Jerry. I mean, we're true townspeople.
Yeah. Lilith, I agree. And I think we're really going to need your help here, Three Ninjas style. You, me, and Warren.
I got your back. I got Warren's back. I expect you guys to have my back.
Oh, absolutely. I got your back with this katana. I'm going to get you some of your own throwing stars that I'm making out of horseshoes, of course. But things are about to get wacky up in here.
Hey, Jerry, I know that I'm not going to be any good at those weapons. So when I say I want you to have my back, what I really mean is I want you to have my back and my front, and I don't want to have to be protecting my front with some wacky thing that I don't know how to use.
Sure.
You know how to use, Jerry, but I don't know how to use.
Gotcha. Could I make you like a little Yoda backpack that you could sit in battle?
Warren. Okay, Warren. Well, the thing is that I am trying to ingratiate myself to the town, and I'm going to hold a big banquet, and the food of honor is going to be your metal worms.
Oh, well,
so I'm going to need to up my order. You're going to have to increase production because I need thousands and thousands of worms to feed a hungry lot of people.
I'm on it. I'm so honored, and I'm honored and on it and ennui about the fangs. I mean,
What was that about?
No, nothing at all, Kendra. Don't worry about it all. I'll have your worms. I'll have your worms ready to go. They're getting bigger and bigger by the day. I'm
happy to hear that because this has to go off without a hitch. I need to just cinch my role in this town as God and Kingpin Grocer. So it's real important to me.
Warren, So you're providing like the main course at the Smoky Star banquet, and our following is growing. You know, we all know that the town has 250 people, and already like 249 of them are following. So you have a chance to promote this banquet now. Hello, town. We are live with Warren
Hello.
the Worm Mucker. Tell us about your product. Like, why is it unique?
Now, these worms are the biggest, juiciest, toughest worms you ever seen, and their sales are gonna explode with a fang. I mean, bang! And
Whoa.
and you're gonna love them.
What do you
Come to
mean
the
by that,
banquet.
Warren?
That they're gonna explode with a bang. I just mean I'm gonna sell a lot of worms because people will come to the banquet and taste them and love them.
Starting to feel a little uncomfortable with this explosion reference.
Oh, it's just a metaphor, of course.
Hey, Warren. Well, the truth is that you and Kendra have been planning this banquet, and I have not been getting any kickbacks for the role that I've been playing in people buying tickets. So if you don't give me like some skin in the game, you're gonna have some negative advertising.
Well, I don't think that's quite fair of you. I'm not in charge of the ticket sales. I'm in charge of providing the worms for the banquet.
Well, you are benefiting from these ticket sales, so you have two choices.
Now, look, Jerry, we've gotten along until now, but it seems like you're kind of cooking up some sort of devious plan to take away credit from my worms.
I just want credit for what the effort that I've been doing.
You're not
Warren, it's my responsibility to follow up. Jerry's leading me to believe that there's some violent undertones to the banquet planning. And I've been sniffing around. I've been sniffing around as an investigative reporter that has absolutely no experience, but I want to have experience.
Now, look, Lilith, I'm really torn here because I want my worm business to blow up, and it is, but there's a danger, and that's that the worms have fangs, Lilith. And look, one of the worms bit geriatric Jerry. That's a third Jerry, not horseshoe Jerry or yoga Jerry. I'm talking about the other Jerry, geriatric Jerry. He's dead now because of the worms, and I need you to please not report about it. Please, not until after the banquet, at least.
Warren, I'm getting a sense of the truth here. Tell me if I'm wrong about this, Warren. You have a problem with those worms. They're not safe. They're not safe for this town. They're not safe for the mountains. They're not good for anybody. I'm going to dig into this until I get all the specs.
Lilith, that's all true, but listen, I've got thousands of worms ready for the banquet, ready to go, and all the townsfolk are so excited, and I'm going to make millions of dollars from this. I don't know what to do.
Now, Warren, I know one thing about journalism, and that is that you have to follow the money. And I don't know where the money leads us with these fangful worms.
Yoga Jerry.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi. Hey there. Just been noticing you haven't been, posting any updates about about the banquet. So
Yeah, and I've noticed you haven't given me any kickbacks on those ticket sales, so
I thought that just like the exposure was enough. Like our partnership, that means nothing to you.
So in the world of reciprocity, like, I will freely, out of my own free will, because, we are both autonomous, sovereign human beings, do reviews for you, but like, be a friend.
Okay, well, I looked the other way when you walked out of the store, and I assume that you put a lot of stuff in your pocket. So, I mean, that I have lemons. They're really good.
You have a point. Yeah, I know. Lemons are like last year's superfood. Okay, that's fair. So, grocery tab. Grocery tab? Can we make a deal? Or is the budget too tight?
Okay, yeah. So I don't know what is it that you want? You want money? You want fame? Do you want these worms?
I want you
give
to
you one.
match. I want you to match the advertising dollars that you're providing to Lilith and provide them to me, and divert all of. Yeah.
Kendra? Kendra, if you cut that advertising budget in half, that's the end. That's the end, and nobody else is going to dive into those investigations that you send me off on.
Look, I am kind of in a bad mood right now. I just found out that I'm going to be asked to pay Jerry as much as I've been paying you for advertising
And it's
on the internet.
Kendra, that advertising, that's how the townspeople are finding out about the Kingpin Grocer. No one would know. Okay, so you're on Main Street. Okay, you've got giant signs out, but nobody would pay attention if you were not putting those ads in the weekly. You need me as much as I need you and your advertising, Kendra. It's symbiotic. I know
Fine.
that's a big unexpected word coming from me.
It is. You must have gotten a thesaurus.
I did.
Your Harvard comma.
Thank you. I appreciate the respect you're showing.
Okay.
Warren.
Jerry.
All right. Warren, the worms have gotten to me. I've been bit, Warren.
What do you mean? You've succumbed to the worms?
I have. As you can see by my body now, I have started to make myself into their leader. Yes.
You're the worm leader. You control the worms.
That's right. I am one with
Jerry.
the worms, Jerry.
Jerry Lee, you look bad. You look bad. It's not just my bad photography. You look bad, Jerry.
Oh, do I? Why don't
You
you
got-
come a little closer? Take a closer look.
No, Jerry, I'm standing back here. You got some weird shit that's coming out of your face right there. It's goober. It's slimy. It's gleaming.
Yeah, that's the metal.
No, it's more than metal, Jerry. You're right. I see the metal, but there's some slimy. Jerry,
Kendra.
something's happened to you.
Kendra. Welcome, townsfolk, one and all, to this banquet. I'm Warren. This is Kendra. We'll be hosting this banquet. Don't mind Jerry. Don't mind Jerry. He's just here for the worms. And I'd like to dedicate this banquet to geriatric Jerry. Who knows what happened to him, but we all miss him. And now I pass this first worm to Kendra for the christening of the town banquet.
Yes.
Warren, I don't want to hold up the festivities, but Jerry looks bad, like really bad.
Oh, don't worry about him. I think he's just working
sure
too
it's
hard.
okay? Are you sure it's okay to eat these?
Of course.
Kendra, no, don't put it in your mouth. No,
Yes.
no. The police department's oh,
Yes.
Kendra.
See, everyone, she seems to be fine.
Wow, that was unexpected. So sorry. Seems like such a sleepy little sweet town. Wow. Well, there you go. Things happen that are unexpected. Thanks, you guys. That was awesome. Good job. Well, I hope you all can come back next time. These crazy characters will never be seen again. That's a done deal. That's a wrap on Smoky Little Bend. And we'll have a whole different town with all new characters next week. So I hope everybody's going to come and check that out. Meanwhile, don't forget to check out our website, see what's going on, like classes and things like that. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.